Hey, good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, April the 10th. I'm Lamont Gilchrist, www.L.G.Fitness-Messiah.com. It's my webpage, LG, Pro Bodybuilder, Natural Bodybuilder on YouTube, L.G.Fit45, and L.G. Natty, if you want to check out some of those videos dating back almost 10 years. Especially with my DB training and athletic performance training. So let's get into nutrition. So there's a couple little things that I want to talk about in my group. If you go to my webpage, I have a link to my group. It's called the Zulu Group, where I offer a lot of free nutritional information. I give you free content, dieting tips, all kinds of things. It's just a great group, and I have other trainers inside there that actually help to contribute information. So I get questions all the time, and I'm always researching. And so, I was researching myostatins, fats, diabetes, quantum physics. Don't ask me why. All kinds of different things. So let's go with the chain of events that form these diseases like diabetes, which sugar, and not just sugar, everything plays its role. And other things are a leading cause in heart disease, artery strokes, Alzheimer's, and all the other different things. So I'm going to lay out to you how these particular things happen. So I'm going to show you a pattern. So if you consume a lot of carbohydrates, high glycemic carbohydrates, sugar-based carbohydrates, not like in fruits, without any fiber or filter or certain fats to go with it, is that your insulin level shoots up. That's hyperglycemic. So pops, chips, starch, everything, your insulin shoots up like this. You have a baseline of where everything is in like a harmonious state where insulin can go to the brain. It can be utilized as energy. It's stored in glycogen, in the liver, in the muscle. In that aspect, it's not essential, meaning that your body can synthesize it, and I'll get to that in a minute. But it shoots up like this. Now, the shooting up of the insulin level causes the pancreas, if you're not a diabetic, and even if you is a diabetic, the same problem why you would have, why you can't lose weight, and what I teach my clients and what I do for my clients to get control of that, is that insulin is flooded into the bloodstream to bring that sugar level down. Now, hyper usually don't kill people, but it's very dangerous. Now, the one that really kills people is once that insulin comes in, that blood sugar drops. Now, if it would stop at the normal base, we wouldn't have so many epidemics. We wouldn't have so much heart problems, clogged arteries, and other things of that particular nature. But because the body is in a preventive and a high stress situation, it dumps it in there, not just regulated. So when it dumps it in there and you stop eating, it shoots down. Now going below that level is called hypo. Now that's where it becomes critical. If you get hypoglycemic, you can actually die at the very bottom. So what happens in the hypoglycemic type situations, you start to get hungry again, you start to crave food, and you're going to shoot it back up. So you're traveling up and down like this with the foods that you eat, processed foods and stuff like that. Now, the bad thing about that is once you get hypo, now the liver and the body sees that it has a starvation-like mode going on. Now, all the while, what's going on inside your muscle cells, because muscle and fat cells are both insulin sensitive, and it tells the body to store or to utilize it. The glucose, the glucose, which is in your blood, as energy and push it into the muscle cells. You have a backup because you don't have any activity, or you have a storage in the muscles that are always at a full peak because the body cannot really utilize it. Can be for activity, it can be a lot of different other aspects, but we just say the body can't utilize it. And then the insulin sensitivity from going up and down all the time is really, really, really damaged in the muscle cells, so it's not getting in as efficient. So we get it back up. Sometimes it spills out of the muscle back into the bloodstream, but that's for another video. So it gets down like that, so your body starts releasing fat cells. So this is where the critical point comes in that most scientists and most people don't understand, that people won't tell you, is that at this point, that would be great if your muscles and if the energy, the reason for the hypo was because of a glycogen deficit throughout your whole body, but your liver glycogen is still replenished, the blood is using glucose, muscle glycogen is still replenished, and now you have fat dumped into the cells along with the fat cells with whatever chips and everything else that you ate. And so it's really low. The fat is dumped into the cells, can't get into the muscle cells, very not efficient at going straight back to body fat without going through a certain process. And then most people would eat again, and then you have sugar in it again, and then you have insulin in there. And that's where you start to get the problem where people start having gout, you get uric acid. From diabetes, you start getting the crystallization of the arteries in the eyes. And yeah, so that causes most of the heart disease, because now that fat gets metabolized, oxidized, along with that sugar and the free radicals and everything else in the blood, and start to clog your arteries and everything else. And that is how heart attacks, strokes, and blockage and all these other things, along with so many other diseases, probably fibromyalgia and a whole bunch of different diseases that they were not even willing to elaborate on. That is the system, and that is the way that the food eating chart or pyramid is set up to cause that type of activity, because it's an addictive behavior. It's based on hormones going on and off, pleasure sensors, hunger and not hunger, a whole bunch of different things that once you get caught into this like vicious cycle, it becomes more of like a drug addiction, which it is. Food is a drug. Then it is like a lack of willpower, a lack of doing something. So for more information on how to break these vicious cycles and how to get back control of your body, because anybody can reverse a lot of these situations by having a better understanding and coming up with a strategic plan, from planning to foods to herbs to all these different things. And this is what I do for my clients and myself, to understand how to reverse the situation and how to get control of your situation, because everybody's situation is unique. It's not even the same food. Sometimes you don't even know it's a particular food. So I come in and I evaluate a lot of different things and set some parameters and guidelines and different things that we need to do to actually unclog and reverse the situation. It could take anywhere from 30 days to 6 months to even longer if we keep on having setbacks and setbacks and setbacks. But even with those setbacks, working on it, we are still making progress. I call that the 4 steps forward, 2 steps back process. Some people like that process. Me personally, I like to just go straight forward. Some people like the scenic route and do all kinds of other crazy things, and then they realize that you can't trick it. There's no drug, there's no secret pill, there's no easy, super simple solution in a bottle that's going to fix or eliminate or alleviate these problems that we're facing. So like I said, for more information, join my Zulu group. You can contact me on my website, www.L.G.Fitness-Messiah.com. Have a great day. Thanks.